Welcome to Home Remodeler Toolbox, the podcast dedicated to empowering remodelers and builders to build and grow successful businesses. Join your host, Bob Vance, founder of Home Remodeler SEO, as he brings you industry insights and strategies that will help you build a thriving business, no matter what level you're at in your business. Whether you're a thriving multi-million-dollar business or you're working on building your business from the foundation up, this podcast is your go-to source for industry secrets and actionable strategies that you can implement in your business to get to that next level. So, turn on, tune in, and let's help you build your business foundation one building block at a time.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Home Remodeler Toolbox podcast today. Today we have a special guest with us, Casey Cole, president and co-owner of ARE Solar here in Denver, Colorado. Since 2010, Casey has really been doing everything he can to learn about the solar industry. Casey's really on a mission to help Denver become more sustainable into the future. And his mission really is about educating folks about the solar industry, about the benefits of solar. It's really clear cut for Casey. He's really trying to change the world one solar panel at a time. So we're looking forward to having Casey on today to share his journey, share some of his insights and how to make the world a more sustainable place for us to live. Casey, thank you for coming on the show today.
Hi, Bob. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to hearing some of your insights. So I guess just to start off, Casey, tell us a little bit about, who you are, your company, what you guys really specialize in.
Yeah, my name is Casey Cole. I'm the obviously president with ARE Solar. We specialize in residential and commercial solar installation. We also do re-roofs and solar repairs. There are a lot of solar systems that, may have gone out. So we like to make sure that they're all functioning in the best manner possible.
Okay. So it sounds like you work with some roofing partners as well, the other companies that may be doing re-roofs, new roof replacements, and you'll go in and take the old solar off and maybe put the new solar on?
Yeah, we will do what's called re-roofs or reinstallation. So we'll take the solar system off a roof whenever they get hail damage or pretty much hail damage or storm damage. We'll take the system off. They do the re-roof. We'll go back and put it back on.
Okay.
We also do repairs where, another solar installation company has done whatever work and a solar system goes out, and we like to go and repair and kind of refurbish any old installations, as well as focusing on residential and commercial installs.
Okay. Just speaking of all the roofing partners you work with, how important is it for you to have those strategic alliances?
It's very important in our aspect. Roofers and solar installers don't really get along very well because roofers don't like holes being penetrated into roofs, but we try to make sure we put the best foot forward and try to create a lot of strategic partnerships with roofers because it's actually they're good repeat customers. If they have a problem with solar panels or they need a reliable contractor, we're here to help them out.
Okay, cool. So kind of just backing up a little bit, you've had a kind of an interesting journey into becoming the owner of a solar business. Can you kind of take us back to your education and really how you became an owner of ARE Solar?
Yeah, I've been with ARE starting in 2010 when I graduated college from Fort Lewis with my degree in anthropology. I moved back to Denver and was working construction. My dad actually got me the job working with Dave and Andy, kind of the original founders, and I had a lot of framing and construction experience. I also built ski lifts when I was like 18 or 19. So I got on the roof and kind of was really interested in the process just started using my basic knowledge of tools and applying it to solar installation. So from there, it's really been a long journey. I started in 2010. It was working for ARE part-time up until 2014. I got offered to be a project manager and a bigger component, bigger cog of the company. Starting in 2014, was really focused working 40, 60 hours doing PV installations. And there it was really interesting, dynamic. You know, a lot of college kids do have a tough transition going from just being young adults, going to class every day to actually applying, seeing, you know, running a small business essentially. So I was able to take a lot of different skills, computer skills, and I guess personal skills, and just be able to apply that to PV installation and business in general.
Yeah, they don't really teach you how to run a business in college, do they?
No, I didn't study business finance or anything like that. Didn't seem very interesting. So
yeah,
and even now as president, I'm trying to delve a lot more into actually accounting spreadsheets and really what it takes to run a business, and working with SEO Home Remodeler to come up with new marketing strategies, different things like that.
Yeah. I think that's one thing that really sets you guys apart. You guys are really, I think, on the cutting edge of trying to develop new marketing strategies. Obviously, we've been helping you, with the website and SEO and things, but you guys tend to do a lot of your own stuff. I know you guys wrapped your trucks and really trying to create more brand awareness. Can you tell me a little bit more about, your marketing initiatives in that regard?
Yeah. And this year we just came up with a new logo, new refresh, with a new branding. We updated our website. Our first mission is to educate the customers about what solar is and how it could really help their bottom line, as well as, help their house be sustainable. Education is really the forefront of our marketing and business strategy.
Yeah, it seems like that's where it really needs to be, because I think people know about solar, but there's a lot of misconceptions around solar panels and do they really work? Is there enough sun? Is there enough sun in my area? Of course, here in Denver, we get plenty. Can you talk a little bit about the misconceptions around the solar industry and how you would maybe try to change someone's mind on installing solar for their home or business?
Yeah, the first aspect is solar is such a new technology compared to a lot of other trades, where really the last 10 to 15 years, it's becoming more commonplace in people's homes, especially even the last 5 years. It's just growing. It's just growing a lot. So with that, there's a lot of people that jump into the solar industry thinking that they can make a quick dollar. They do solar installations. They just have a lot of third-party sales companies will go out and do solar sales and then subcontract the installation company. And then 5 years later, they've all gone out of business. The homeowners can't contact whoever did their installation. So we really take that industry trend and go against that, where we've been in the industry since 2010. So if a customer wants to have an issue, they know they can call me or any one of our staff. We really focus on customer service and being able to talk and answer any question our customers have. So we're not focusing on, we're not a shadow company. We do all of our installations at house. We hardly ever use any other subcontractors.
Okay. Much different from the roofing industry where, with all the hail damage we get here in Colorado, these fly-by-night roofing companies that, they throw the roof on and you'll never see them again. Never even hear of them again. It's great to know that there are still companies like yours that are dedicated to customer service and any kind of follow-up issues that people might have with their solar installations.
Yeah, definitely. Even, I guess, a funny anecdote, a couple weeks ago, I was taking a walk in my neighborhood, and my son just basically saw some kids playing in someone's backyard, and he's 4, so he's a social butterfly, and he went and knocked on the neighbor's door, and we're just like, hey, we're just walking down the street, you want to say hi? Is it okay if my son comes and plays with your kids? Because there's some 3-year-old kids running around. So we said, hey, nice to meet you, just lived down the street, and I saw that they had solar panels on their house, and obviously I was keen to talking about that. I said, who did your solar install? He was like, we don't know. Oh, yeah, can you tell me a little bit more about that? Like, yeah, we never even got the tax credit. We don't even know who did the installation. Then their neighbor basically had a similar story, and I was looking up, and the solar installation did not look very good from my end. So really, we're just focused, ARE Solar is focused on doing a quality install and making sure that we're using top quality materials, and that we're doing installations where people are doing installations that will last 25 years. They'll be able to withstand the environments of, Colorado.
Right. Just a question here in Colorado with all the hail damage. Do solar panels hold up to hail pretty well?
Yeah, they hold up really well to hail. We've installed thousands of panels and really have only had a handful get damaged. There was one hailstorm in 2018 where they had like baseball size hail, and that damaged some panels. But other than that, yeah, they're really resistant to the weather. We've probably actually had more panels damaged by stray bullets than hail, to be honest.
Stray bullets. Yeah, the world we live in.
Yep.
Yeah. Full disclosure, you guys did my solar setup, and I could not be happier with it. I mean, I brag on it all the time. I wish I could refer you guys customers left and right, but some of my friends, they've already, got solar. Another buddy put it on himself, and I can't talk a couple other friends into it. But anyone I'm talking to, especially when I'm, back in the Midwest with friends back there, I'm always bragging on the solar setup. I mean, I think we're over 2 years now with my solar setup, and I haven't had an electricity bill ever since. And I've got kind of high consumption at my house, so yeah, it's just been absolutely amazing. I'm just surprised more people don't adopt solar and put solar panels on their home. What do you think is holding people back? Do you think it's a lack of education and just understanding the benefits that solar can provide?
Yeah, I think it's kind of twofold. A lot of people don't really understand how solar works. They think it's just kind of a shiny new object, where every day we've just been pushing the boundaries and revolutionizing solar, and part of that is just making it more mainstream. I always thought that solar was kind of the hippie stepchild of the construction industry, but daily we're trying to break down barriers and make sure that it's an actual legitimate technology that people can put onto their house at a fairly affordable price compared to a kitchen remodel, a bath remodel, or any other types of roof. And even, in my opinion, it's one of the only, I guess, additions you can do to your house that will have a monetary value besides, equity. So you put a solar system on your house, you have it interconnected, you're saving money instantly by not paying for your electric bill.
Right. Yeah, I haven't had an electric bill now in 2+ years. I even have Xcel Energy writing me checks because I'm producing more energy than I need, and it all goes back to the grid, and then Xcel Energy will pay me for that energy. It's not a lot of money, but it's still, I'm not paying a bill, and I'm getting the check that I can cash and go out to dinner with, or whatever it may be. It seems like a no-brainer. I wish more people could understand it, because I think they might look at the cost and say, oh, I can't afford it. But you think about, well, you finance that, you've got a small payment, but now you don't have an electric company payment, and then you're building that equity, like you said. It's money that will come back to you. You're going to get that back in your home sale. It's one of the few things, like you said, that will actually build equity into your home.
Right. And not just equity. If you eliminate your electric bill every month, how much money is that? That's extra $100, extra $200. If you look to replace your water heater, you can replace your water heater with an electric water heater. With solar, you will drop your gas bill as well as drop your electric bill, because solar is, feeding and essentially heating your water.
Right. Yeah. I
replace a lot of your gas appliances with electric and then go solar. You're really limiting your carbon footprint and also lowering your utility bills.
Yeah, it's a win-win for everyone involved, especially for Mother Earth. I know your background, your education was in anthropology, and I think you and I both have in common a real goal of trying to lessen our carbon footprint, to try to be at that zero level. I recently bought an electric vehicle to help with that. I still don't have an electric bill from Xcel Energy, so it just proves how well the solar energy is helping. Tell me a little bit about where your kind of heart, your passion lies in terms of helping Denver and really the rest of the world be more sustainable and really contributing to how we can take care of our Mother Earth, who's this is the only planet we can live on right now.
Yeah. Through my studies with anthropology, which is the study of humankind currently and back into the past, I've always been really interested in humans' interactions with their environment, from, the Mayans to the Romans to Egyptians, name whatever culture you're going to live in, there is a dramatic environmental impact. And now looking to see how much carbon we're emitting into the atmosphere based on consumption of fossil fuels, I would just see that it's very overwhelming without becoming, a lobbyist or anything else like that with having government change. My thought was just to try to install as many solar panels as possible, kind of take the praxis and create action, locally, as well as creating a good career for my friends and family to support my son and my daughter. My two sons and my wife, as well as a lot of coworkers and friends that I've met throughout the industry.
Yeah, it's a great mission to be on. I'm proud to call you a friend, and I'm really supportive of the mission. I hope we can get more education out there. When it comes to city, state governments that maybe haven't really gotten on to the solar bandwagon, if you will, why would they not be encouraging more home and businesses to go to solar or offering more rebates? I know Denver here, there was a good rebate that really cuts your cost by at least a third, so it's almost like a no-brainer. But why do you think there's other cities and or states that haven't really got on board?
Well, there is the federal ITC tax credit, which has really been one of the biggest drivers of residential development. And now they have the ITC tax credit based on the Inflation Reduction Act. So that's really been able to grow the solar industry in the last 2 years. Locally, I just don't think a lot of governments and municipalities even look at solar as really a legitimate thing to invest in, kind of a carrot and the stick type dynamic where the government is here to, kind of have a carrot and then give tax credits back to their residences. Denver in the last couple of years has definitely made some strides with the Denver Cares Act, trying to decarbonize the city. So we're trying to take advantage of that. The city of Boulder, the Republic of Boulder, they've really been pushing Yeah, Boulder's great. They've really been pushing the dynamic of creating a sustainable community by enforcing certain building codes where each remodel that you do, each new building has to meet a certain energy efficiency standard. That does put the cost back onto the homeowner, but it also, increases the real estate value in that area a lot higher. So there's a couple different ways that cities and counties can enforce codes and enforce higher energy standards by increasing tax credits, as well as making sure that any building that's built has to have solar, geothermal, etc.
Right. Makes sense. Tell me about, have you been involved in any really big projects or like a really special project that really stands out to you that's been a great success for you guys and your clients?
Yeah, actually, it's funny that you mentioned it. Recently, or currently, we're working on the Clayton Early Learning Center, which is a pre-K institution. Clayton Early Learning has been, a linchpin of Denver. The campus was founded in 1911, so we're working on a historic building right now. We're doing a 200 kW installation there. In 2020 through 2022, we were working out at DIA, doing the Concourse C expansion, as well as doing the Hilltop Residence Senior Living Center, which is right on Holly in Leetsdale. In my opinion, that's probably one of the biggest private solar installations in Denver. And let's see, in 2017 through 2018, we did Own It Storage, which at the time was United Power's largest private solar installation. Then, I guess going on over a decade ago, we did the Lumina building, which is right on I-25 and 20th. It's 2 vertical solar panel walls that are made of clear glass panels. People drive by it every single day. So we do have some of the most visually stunning and prominent installs in the Denver area.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah, that I saw the every time I go out to DIA, I always think of ARE Solar. I'm like, this is great. Like I know these guys, these 2 young guys that are really trendsetters in the solar industry, and here they've done a massive solar installation at Denver International Airport. Like that's something to be pretty proud of, I'd have to say.
Yeah, thank you. Definitely are proud of that.
Yeah, cool. Where do you guys see the vision for the company? Where do you want to take it? What kind of things do you see on the horizon for ARE Solar?
On the horizon, we are trying to push the boundaries of installing battery systems and taking lithium-ion storage and applying it to people's houses, as well as just really trying to become a good business owner where we can create a long-term business plan and create jobs that our employees can support our families on. Really, the long-term goal is to try to install as many solar panels on as many houses as possible. And we'll see what happens.
Awesome. Well, that's a great mission. Do you see any trends, innovations coming in the solar industry in the next 3 to 5 years?
Yeah, some of the biggest innovations are new battery technology, whether working with SolarEdge batteries or Tesla batteries. We're working with Xcel to do what's called the Battery Interconnect Program, where in times of grid stress, if you have a battery, Xcel will be able to export the energy from your battery onto the grid, which is essentially pretty revolutionary, trying to create microgrids and use localized battery storage to help everyone else out. As well.
Wow, that is pretty revolutionary.
Yeah, it really is. They have it in Germany and I guess Japan and other places. They have microgrids, but seeing those actions applied in Denver is pretty cool.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys have built a great relationship with Xcel Energy.
Yeah, we have a good relationship with Xcel Energy as well as Core and United Power.
Okay.
We've been doing PV installations with them for almost 15 years now, so they know who is doing the applications and continuing applications with them. So it can be painful sometimes, but Xcel's actually really changed their ways to make adoption of solar more prominent and going more carbon free by 2030 or whatever their goal is.
Yeah, that's great. You're always going to deal with a little bit of red tape, but it's really cool to see them working with local companies like yourself, trying to really hit that goal of really lowering our carbon footprint. Because if we don't, we're definitely heading down a road that is not sustainable for the country, for the world in general.
Right, and even dealing with the red tape and I guess bureaucracy behind it is really one of our specialties. We will not do a solar installation unless we have a building permit and an interconnection application approved, whereas we see countless examples of other people, they say they have solar, but they have no clue whether it even works. So we just did a evaluation the other day for a real estate agent. Someone was selling their house with solar on it, and the system had been installed for a couple of years and hadn't even been turned on because they probably didn't complete the Xcel application. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it just shows that people need to really vet the companies they work with. Look at a company like ARE Solar and know that they're working with one of the best companies in all of Colorado. You guys are going to do things the right way. You're going to do them by the book. And you're also going to be there on the back end too for years and years to come to support them if there are any issues, which I doubt there will be. My system's been working flawlessly, so real big shout out to you guys on that for sure.
Yeah, 100%. We offer extended labor warranties, extended equipment warranties with the manufacturer, and compared to any other industry, solar installation in our company is heads and tails above any other person's warranties. Does your tile guy have a warranty for their tile for 25 years or
Right. Most trades now, maybe a roof, you might get 15 or 20 years, but that's incredible. If you were given the podium and you had one chance to convince a homeowner or a business owner to really take a look at solar and converting to solar, what would you tell them in order to get them to give you a chance to put solar, on the roof for them and to convert over? Yeah, a lot of benefits, right? Yeah, not only better for the environment, for Mother Earth, but you're going to save money too. Like it's kind of hard to argue with that proposition.
20-25 years.
Awesome. Anything else that we didn't cover, Casey, that you wanted to get out there in terms of your company, ARE Solar, or just education for the industry in general?
In a 45-minute session like this, we've probably just gotten to the tip of the iceberg. But, trust ARE Solar to complete the best installation possible, because we can witness icebergs and ice caps melting because of changes in the environment because of global warming. So just trying to install as many solar panels as possible in a short time.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a great mission you're on. Again, props to you and your brother for carrying the torch and keeping ARE Solar standing out as one of the premier solar installation companies here in Denver, Colorado. You guys are doing great work. It's really been a pleasure having you on and sharing your insights, sharing your journey. Hopefully more people will see the benefits. I'm sure as we go along, it's just going to increase over time, more and more people installing systems, helping the environment and saving money to boot. So really appreciate you coming on and sharing those insights. If people want to contact ARE Solar, how would they get in touch with you?
Yeah, the best way is to go to our website, which is www.aresolar.com. Check us out on there, fill out a web lead form. You can also check out our Instagram, Facebook page at ARE Solar. A lot of different ways to communicate with us. And you know that you will be able to get an answer from me or one of our dedicated staff. Also want to give a shout out to the ARE Solar family. My little brother Clay, he's been, instrumental in the progress of our vision. He's the vice president, as well as AJ Cornely. He's been our maintenance manager for coming up on 9 years, as well as Josh, our sales manager, Tyler, our operations, and all of our dedicated installation team, working endless hours in the heat and in the cold to, kind of follow their dreams to install solar panels as well.
Awesome. Well-deserved shout out. You got a great team, Casey. Really happy to know you guys, to work with you guys. Just everyone's just top notch. So hopefully this podcast episode will help get your name out a little more as well. We really enjoyed having you on the show today. Thank you for sharing all your insights.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for listening again to the Home Remodeler Toolbox podcast. Hopefully you got a lot of great value out of listening to Casey Cole of ARE Solar here in Denver. And we'll look forward to catching you guys on the next episode. See you then.
See ya.
Hey, if you liked our podcast, join the remodeling community and hit subscribe. We would love to hear from you. So be sure to share your thoughts on what you might want to hear about in future episodes. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, visit homeremodelerSEO.com and check out our services that can help build your foundation for success. Thanks for tuning in to the Home Remodeler Toolbox podcast, and we'll see you on the next episode.